The passageway begins to widen until you enter a cave. However, blocking the cave's exit are two of the ugliest creatures you have ever seen. They have the proportions of dogs, but their hide is rough and scaly. Each beast is chained to the cave wall, secured to their thick brass collars. Whoa. The two orc hounds begin to snarl and strain at their chains. They cannot reach you, but their chains are long enough that should you approach, you will not be able to escape their slavering jaws. Hello, my friends, and welcome to Warlock of Firetop Mountain, a game that I didn't even know was a thing. I know I'm a little late to the show here. This game came out in 2016, I do believe, but I had no idea. I heard nothing about it, but I found it by accident on Steam, and I had to play it because this game is based on a book. And that book just happens to be one of my favorite childhood books that kind of got me into things like fantasy books and playing D&D. The Warlock of Firetop Mountain, the original book that I had, it was a weird, old, smelly, musty book that I bought from the public library, and I thought it looked interesting, and it smelled weird, and it just looked really old and cool, and it had some really cool artwork in it. And when I got it home and started flipping through it, I realized that it was like a choose-your-own-adventure type of story. And not only that, but it was like a pen and paper, Dungeons and Dragons almost type choose-your-own-adventure story. And as you can see right here, it says adventure sheet by my face here. I do believe that's like exactly what the one in the book looked like. It said to copy one of these, copy it, whatever you needed to do, write in the book whatever you wanted, and use this character sheet to play through the story. And it was absolutely amazing. It was so cool, in fact, that I remember one night my cousin stayed from out of town, and we stayed up all night in separate rooms playing this on walkie-talkies. I had the book, and my cousin had the character sheet, and I would read through the section, and he would decide what to do and keep track of the character on the character sheet. And we stayed up all night till morning one time playing the Warlock of Firetop Mountain. And it was one of the most memorable books of my entire childhood. And so the fact that it is now a game just blows my mind, and I cannot wait to dive into it. Now, I have played it for just a second to see how it ran, see what it looked like, and then I erased the game. But I noticed it looks as if... Let me see here. Oh, shoot. I killed it. It looks as if there are evil characters. So these guys are all like locked. And then there's the Goblin Scourge heroes, because that's the DLC that I got. And then there's these guys. I could be Wilhelm the Vampire. Wilhelm comes from a long line of vampires that roam Alancia. He is a so-called Prince of Darkness, feeding on the warm blood of humans and using his hypnotic powers to take advantage of unsuspecting victims. His stamina is really low, though. Oh my god! Rosnick's stamina is crazy high. Rosnick has shambled his way around Alancia for a number of years. He has vague memories of once working in a large castle, but that life is now far behind him. Wow, that guy's got some serious life. Orc Taskmaster, Slime Beast, a giant rat, and a skeleton warrior. Wow, what the heck? And more coming soon. Dude, Rosnick, your skill and luck might be a little low, but your stamina is crazy. Alright, we're just gonna start with a normal run-of-the-mill beginner character. I looked through him. I do like this guy, Aran Godspeed. He's got a decent amount of stamina. I do believe that's your health, your life. Skill is used for and luck are both used for various things like picking locks, sneaking by things, and stuff like that. So, Aran Godspeed. Born in Fang many moons ago, Aran is seen as a hero to the locals there. His approach in battle is simple and direct. Charge forwards, chopping left and right with such force and speed so as to quickly put his enemy off balance. Should they manage to sneak a blow in under this onslaught, it will likely brush off Aran's impressive physique as if it were a scratch. How Aran's mother, a diminutive seamstress, managed to produce such a gigantic warrior is anyone's guess. One popular theory is that a giant's blood runs in his veins through some distant ancestor. Attributes: illiterate. Reading is not your strong suit. Okay, maybe I don't like Aran that much. I didn't see that before. Well, whatever. Fearsome, a terrifying appearance can strike fear into others. We're gonna go with him because he's powerful, he's fearsome. Begin. You have chosen Aran Godspeed. If you like, you may select a different hero. If you are happy with your choice, then you may travel to Firetop Mountain and start your adventure. Alternatively, if you want to take part in a combat tutorial, activate free read mode, or want to learn more about the rules of the game, select tutorial, rules, and free read. I think we're ready. Let's dive on in. The little game pieces. That's awesome. After your 2-day hike from Anvil, you reach the base of the infamous Firetop Mountain. It has been a long journey from your home city of Fang, capital of the small but prosperous province of Chiang Mai, and host to the Trial of Champions. You dream of winning the trial, a grueling challenge to the death. Its reward, a purse of 10,000 gold pieces. However, you must train your body and mind to their peak in preparation for the event. You have heard tales of a beast similar to one allegedly found in the Trial of Champions that resides in the mountain. A man of immense strength who has the head of a bull. Slaying him would surely make for excellent training. The villagers also whisper timidly about the fearsome Warlock of Firetop Mountain, a cruel warlock whose fortune is built on the slaughter of innocent citizens. You feel duty-bound that if you happen across this unholy sorcerer, you will do all in your power to destroy him. You approach a cave, a known entrance used by a local band of orcs. Your hand grips the hilt of your sword as you consider what challenges may lie ahead. Your adventure starts here. Cool. Oh, wow. This looks like original artwork from the book. And then here it is colored. Peer into the gloom. Let us peer into the gloom. Now, I think this game is like randomly generated. I guess we'll see. You see dark, slimy walls with pools of water on the stone floor in front of you. The air is cold and dank. Hearing faint scurrying to the east, you light your lantern. This place seems perfect for my training. It's cold, wet, and smells of orc. I enjoy a good orc hunt. Step warily into the blackness. You stand in a dark, slimy cave entrance. Approach the fork ahead. Bang, bang. After a few yards, you arrive at a junction. Turn east or turn west. Well, I can see there's an orc right here, and there's no one over this way. Here's my compass, my bag. Skill, stamina, and luck. Well, well, well. I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go east. The sound of scurrying continues ahead of you, as well as the sound of heavy footsteps. Aha! My first challenge awaits me. I feel more than ready for this. A few yards ahead, at the limit of the light cast by your lantern, you catch sight of a cleft in the tunnel wall. Duck inside the cleft to hide or prepare to face what approaches. I'm gonna play it smart for now. Shuttering your lantern, you wait with bated breath in the darkness. I am brave, but not foolish. I shall wait here. You listen intently as the footsteps come closer, and then pass by your hiding place, without the owners of those footsteps ever knowing you are there. Jump out and surprise them, leave my hiding place and continue east, or stay hidden a little longer. Well, the footsteps come closer and then pass by. I'm gonna stay for a minute. As you wait in the darkness, listening to the receding footsteps, another sound comes to your ears. The cracking of rock. Uh-oh. You unshutter your lantern just as one of the granite walls of the narrow cleft fractures and large grub-like heads with powerful mandibles break through the rock. They are rock grubs, and the monstrous insects are between you and the exit. Fight the rock grubs. Oh, here we go. My first battle. Now I forgot, I did the battle tutorial before, but I forgot how it worked. I don't know. Blade Storm. Now we're just gonna do a regular attack. Oh. Yeah, take that, biatch. Slashed him once. Okay, I'm just gonna stay here. Oh, he moved. Biatch. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Nice. Okay, I got him once. He's gonna run off. But this guy's probably gonna go this way. I'm gonna head him off. And attack. Gonna kill him. Bam! Gotcha. Now this guy. Oh, you little chicken shit. He's gonna run. I know it. Gotcha. Nice. Souls. I can't remember what the souls do. You unshutter your lantern. Oh, okay. Did that. Victory! You lost 3 stamina. You gained 4 souls. You have defeated the rock grubs. What are the souls for? Wiping your blade clean of the rock grub's sticky, dark blood, you decide to leave your hiding place before its mate, or something even worse, turns up. You stand over the corpse of the rock grubs. Head westward instead, or head east down the passageway? We're gonna continue east since we hid over here. The passageway soon comes to an end at a solid-looking wooden door. Trying to open it, the door refuses to budge. You listen at the door, but hear nothing. These kinds of places always have doors that won't open. I should practice my skills in trying to break one down. Try to charge the door down, attempt to kick the door down instead, turn back and return to the first junction. Let's kick the door. You give the door a mighty kick, and it swings open easily. You are about to enter when you notice that the room is actually a pit. Had you charged the door, you'd be nursing a sore rump by now. Ah, good thing I kicked. Examining the pit, you notice that the sides are full of handholds, so it should not be difficult to climb back. Let's climb in, I suppose. Okie dokie. Looking around, you can see two cave entrances leading off from the pit opposite you. Moldering bones litter the floor, small piles of them stuck together in pools of fetid slime. You glance around the vile pit. Enter the cave to the left, try the cave to the right. Let's go check this one real quick. You enter a small cave with slime dripping from its rough rock walls. A sickly sweet smell assaults your senses as you enter. It is the smell of rotting meat. The remains of rats and even a half-eaten goblin lie in one corner. In another is a large joint of meat. It looks like whatever is using this place as a larder is saving this choice haunch of giant aardwolf for later. That meat could come in useful if I need to feed a hungry something. Take the giant aardwolf meat. Let's investigate the other cave. The first thing that hits you as you approach the cave is the stench. An unpleasant melange of mushrooms and rotting meat. Whatever was nearby, you sense that it has not strayed far from its home. I sense something quite nasty in this room. I must be on my guard. Survey the murky cave or leave the pit altogether. Now, when I was looking earlier before I started recording, all the monster type creatures that it looked like I could choose from, one of them said that it had an unpleasant melange of mushrooms and rotting meat. And it didn't look very pleasant. It was that frog looking creature. So I'm gonna just leave the pit and not have to fight that thing and save my life for the Warlock, because it's a long ways to the Warlock. You arrive back at the junction in the passage. You look left to see the cave entrance in the dim distance. Walk straight on. A little way along the passageway, you come to what is clearly a sentry post. Yes, this is artwork from the original book. I clearly remember this picture. Oh, that is cool seeing it colored though. That is awesome. That is truly original artwork. You approach with caution and can see an orc in leather armor asleep at his post. I think this Zagor needs to employ more vigilant guards. This is almost too easy. Carefully approach the sleeping orc. There is no other way through the orc other than straight in front of him. You could try to sneak past, or perhaps the direct approach might be better. Wake the orc and fight him, or try to tiptoe past. Let's press my luck. Taking a deep breath, you try to tiptoe past the sleeping orc. A roll of skill. I think I have to roll 9 or less. 8. Yeah, that's how it worked. You needed a score of 9 or under, and rolled a score of 8. You safely tiptoe past the sleeping orc. Thank God. Save that stamina. The passageway begins to widen until you enter a cave. However, blocking the cave's exit are two of the ugliest creatures you have ever seen. They have the proportions of dogs, but their hide is rough and scaly. Each beast is chained to the cave wall, secured to their thick brass collars. Whoa. The two orc hounds begin to snarl and strain at their chains. They cannot reach you, but their chains are long enough that should you approach, you will not be able to escape their slavering jaws. Killing these unfortunate creatures while chained to the wall would not be good sport. You are going to have to deal with them quickly, one way or another, before they attract the attention of an orc patrol, or maybe something even worse. Distract the orc hounds with some food, or draw my weapon and do what has to be done. I just recently acquired some food, that should help, right? Throw them a portion of your provisions, or throw them a joint of meat. The orc hounds wait expectantly. What do you want to offer the animals? I'm gonna toss them that chunk of meat I found. Taking the giant aardwolf joint from your backpack, you toss it toward the orc hounds. The hungry animals pounce on it immediately. They wrestle over the meat for a moment until they manage to tear it in half with their powerful jaws. Taking their prizes away to opposite sides of the cave, they leave the way through clear. Not hesitating for a second, you take the opportunity to sneak past the orc hounds as they noisily devour the rancid meat. Well, good goddamn thing I just happened to find that aardvark meat. Leaving the cave as quickly as you can, you follow the new passageway as it turns north. Rest ye here, weary traveler. I remember this picture. Yeah. Set against the wall is a wooden bench where you may rest. Player, I would strongly advise sitting on this bench. If you do not, Aaron Godspeed will not be able to resurrect at this location if they perish. Sit on the bench and rest. Rest and consume some provisions, or ignore the bench. Oh, this is so cool. So, I do need a little bit of life. I have no idea how much provisions I have. Let me take a look in my bag here. I have 2 gold. I don't know what the hell good that's gonna do me. Oh, I think you can run into people that'll sell you stuff while you're in here. Tells about my stuff. Blade store. Tax, bio, inventory. So I have a lantern, a backpack, and a rope. And 5 provisions. It doesn't tell me what they do. Obviously, they're gonna replace some of my stamina, but how much? Huh. Oh, this is so cool. This brings back so many good memories. Alright, well, I'm gonna rest and consume some provisions, and I guess we'll find out if one of my provisions will restore the 3 stamina I'm missing. You sit down on the bench and take out a portion of provisions from your pack. Your moment of rest combined with your healthy provisions make you feel much better. Bada bing. Plus 10 stamina. Damn, son. Nice. Well, now we know. If I rest and eat, I get 10 stamina. To your left, on the west of the passage, there is a rough-cut wooden door. You listen at the door and can hear a rasping sound, which may be some sort of creature snoring. Open the door or press on northwards. Well, I'm going to leave this first episode of the Warlock of Firetop Mountain right here. And I'm going to come back to it and hope that we start right here where we left off next time. So far, it seems like a extremely faithful reproduction of the book, simply with an interface and graphical representation, and I freaking love it so far. This is super cool for me. This is like a nerd moment for me right now, because I could not get enough of this book when I was a kid. This was like such a cool book, and it got me into a whole other genre of choose your own adventure type tabletop pen and paper games and books and shows and cartoons and series, and I love it. So I can't wait to play some more of it. And so far it's pretty cool. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up button if you liked this video. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know if you've read this book as well. and any other tabletop pen and paper style choose your own adventure type books that you might recommend. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, so you can join me next time for more The Warlock of Firetop Mountain.